wrote them down at 17. Every chorus was a place I'd go. Every bridge or road I know. But the pages faded in the rain, and life just took another lane. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a melody, tiny time somehow lost. That old cassette in the glove box dust held every version of who I was. Now I hum a tune I barely know of a girl from a long time ago. I left my place in a song I forgot. Thought I'd sing 'em on a neon stage, but love came in and turned the page. Traded chords for midnight cries and lullabies and quiet nights. I don't regret the path I chose, but sometimes that old song still shows. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a dream I chased and almost caught. Those verses lit like a wild flame, were burned out soft without a name. Now I hum a tune I barely know of a girl from a long time ago. I left my plans in a song I forgot. And maybe someday I'll find that tape, but I don't need it to know my fate. I left my plans in a song I forgot, and somehow I'm thankful I did not hold too tight to a younger view. Life had a different song in view, and I still hum a tune so faint that only memory can paint. I left my plans in a song I forgot. She walks in wearing yesterday's song. Mascara trails where hope's gone wrong. A notebook waits by her glass of rye. With words she never learned to cry. The jukebox haunts some old cliche, but her story ain't found its final page. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Neon shadows where the lost still sing. One verse of truth, two lines of pain. Chase and grace in a smoky refrain. She ain't sure what the ending needs, just a bar stool and a half-written dream. She tried Nashville, left with scars. till her voice didn't know war, until her voice didn't shake no more. Now she writes between the tears a melody only silence hears. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream in a tavern full of could-have-beens. Each chorus feels like coming clean, like whiskey burning through old sin. She's still chasing what might have been on a bar stool with a half-written dream. Maybe someday she'll finish that song, or maybe the trying was right all along. It's a bar stool in a half-written dream, heartbreak inked in line 18. Not every story needs to be told. Some are just songs to let go. And as long as that melody leads, she'll sit with her half-written dream.
She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore her granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn, while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Whoa. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church and sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone. I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam back when her name was home.
But it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every fire was meant to hold. I found a porch, a worn out song, and realized I'd chased too long. To help you rest your wings at night. That dream don't call my name no more, and I ain't waiting like before. Guess I've learned what dreams are for. To find yourself, then close that door. She's gone now, but I ain't sore. That dream don't call
Smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone. I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
She sang into a broken brush in a bedroom lit by neon hush. She perfumed the thrift store gown, dancing like she owned that crown. To the mirror she took her bow, the only crowd she'd ever wow. That stage was only real in her mind, where the lights shine bright and the stars align. She played her heart to a silent room, wrote big dreams on a worn out tune. The world passed by, too deaf, too blind. That stage was only real in her mind. She pinned up hopes with paper clips and prayed between her waitress shifts. The jukebox played someone else's song while her own kept waiting all along. But she kept singing soft and true to the dream that never quite came through. That stage was only real but she lit it up with every line. Though no crowd rose to call her name, she sang like fire just the same. And somewhere in her heart's design, that stage was real, if only in her mind. With a broken mic and a second-hand hat, she sings to walls and empty chairs, still hoping someone out there cares. The bar lights flicker like her will, she won't leave this Tennessee hill. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, too proud to walk away down that hill. Dreams don't feed her, rent's overdue, but heartaches taught her what's true. She's kissed goodbye 1,000 times, but still writes songs in crooked lines. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville. Mama calls with worried tones, come back home, you ain't alone. But that back porch never heard her cry like these alleys and southern skies. She's poured her soul in every note, on stages where no flowers grow. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville, still chasing echoes on this steep hill. The spotlight's cold, the crowd don't stay, but she belts it out anyway. One more song, one more show, still dreaming big, still moving slow. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville. Some call it foolish, some call it brave. She calls it love, she cannot make. Her name ain't known, her voice ain't sold, but her story's worth its weight in gold. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, still standing tall when the nights chill. She don't need a silver stage, just the truth on every page. She'll fight until her last hello. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville.
Sunrise creeping through the window pane, same old boots, same coffee stain. She ties her hair, grabs her keys, heads out chasing stubborn dreams. Folks say she ought to slow it down, but she's got fire that won't burn out. quit. Tears falling in a diner shift, but prayers whispered in bathroom stalls turned into dreams that still stand tall. She don't need applause or luck, just grit, a truck, and a little bit of trust. One day closer to never giving up. Through the silence and the push and shove, she walks alone but walks real proud, head held high in a weary crowd. Ain't no quit in the soul she's got. She's one day closer to never giving up. Every note just feeds her flame. She carves her worth into the rain. One day closer to never giving up. A life built tough with a tender touch. Dreams might bend, but they don't break. She gives more than this world can take. She's not done, she's just rising up. One day closer to never giving up. Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt and this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned. No mansion, no diamond on my hand, but I got a heart that still believes, and the sky had me to dream. I've got a heart, don't judge me to dream. Might not be where I'm meant to land, but I'm still standing, still making a stand. Used to talk of Paris nights, now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone cold and a woman's song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone come in a wedding band. I've loved and lost and loved again, made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write. Maybe the beauty's in the fight. Woke up far from the life I planned, learned to dance on shifting sand. And though I've cried where I should have shined, the strength in walking that crooked line. I've made a song with these callous hands.
understand.
She wakes before the sun each day and ties her hair and kneels to pray. Worn out boots by the kitchen door. She's got miles to walk and build hills to pour. The world don't hand her anything. She don't ask for diamond rings. She's living on hope and cheap coffee. Dreams poured hot in a diner seat. She hums old songs on her break at noon, wipes her hands on her rag, sings out of tune. Life ain't easy, but she still believes there's more to her than what the mirror sees. Tips in jars and aching feet. Another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, and every tight line on her face, she stitched her faith into this town. Still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows. Grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength all on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break a back. She's living on hope, and she gets by. She grew up where the gravel meets the corn. One gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped the light had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain. Crowd may cheer, but deep inside, she's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them, though the miles America made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town.
A notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6-string. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. We don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive. In every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. Traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is rough, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars worn out frets. He sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
She tuned her strings in a quiet room. Neon flickered like a broken tune. The stage was dark, the crowd moved on, but she still carried every song. No spotlight left to chase her name, just melodies that feel the same. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Dreams in a suitcase packed halfway. Words still whisper through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. The bar closed down, her tip jar's dry, but she still sings to midnight skies. Every chord she plays is prayer for someone who might still care. She ain't gone, she just stays still on a back road dreaming iron will. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Hope hangs on where it used to sway. Each note's a tear she hides away, waiting on a stage that lost its way. She's got gold in every phrase. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Maybe the world ain't ready yet, but she ain't learned how to forget. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, still strumming what she needs to say. If ever the silence fades away, she'll still be there come break of day, with a heart full of songs and somewhere to play. I left that town with a heavy heart. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road. An old guitar and a song I wrote. The review's full of cut-ins, but the highway
Girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream in the road. Motels blur into to every town. Neon flickers and hopes break down. And when the chords feel like home again, I remember why I chose the wind. Each mouth's a verse, each side's a prayer, and I keep moving, 'cause I still care. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows. The nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to call my own, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these leaves were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. I have to hope in every show. No matter where the good things go, but I still chase them through the glow. Can't turn back, can't unknow. It's just me. This dream and the road. But I've got a taste for the burning kind, and I've got a taste, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle in a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born just a shadow in the dark on the edge of town. With whiskey and wild horses, I'll never be found.
She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found peace in smaller wins. A quiet porch, steady flame, a simple and life begins. The song she wrote, now love her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's laugh, a warm embrace, a gentle hand, a slower pace. She still hums that melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go, it's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed at 22, but one that's steady, real and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins. She kissed her mama by the screen door light. One last glance before the bus took flight. With a suitcase full of secondhand clothes and lyrics scribbled on old envelope notes. She didn't know what lay ahead, but she knew she couldn't stay instead. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she chased a place where she might belong. Left behind the fields and silent nights, trading small town hush for city life. She ain't got much, but she's hanging on. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs. Coffee cold on a corner stage, singing truth beyond her age. They don't know her name back home, but hear her voice, don't feel alone. The world's too big to stay confined when music's pulling from deep inside. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she's finding where her soul feels strong. She ain't looking for the easy ride, just a beat to match the fire inside. It ain't much yet, but she's holding on to a dream of mine. she tried to find her way. Then with a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she built her life where hope belongs. From porch light tears to big time shows, she gave it all to what she knows. She ain't got fame, but she's moving strong. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs. I pictured lanes and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms, held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found joy in simple signs. So this ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Worn out boots and secondhand shine. I love the scars and stood up tall. Learned you don't need much to have it all. It ain't perfect, but it's by design. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Maybe the dreams change when the road gets long, but I've grown roots and I've grown